and the due date. It's going to let you know if there's any meetings. Sometimes we have pre-submittal meetings, sometimes we have mandatory meetings. That information too will be on this page after you've done your search. Excuse me. And just other information, again, just trying to give you an idea of the kinds of information that you'll be able to find once you do on the website. It's a wealth of information. A lot of times people call and say, oh, we want to know this. I can tell you lots of things, but I'll never remember to tell you everything that's in there that could be helpful to you if you want to bid on something. Or you just want to find out as a citizen what's going on. You get even additional information. You'll get the name of the contractor, his address, information on how to contact that contractor. And how that could be helpful is, what's really helpful about this is that this page in particular is going to tell you, like I was talking about the lawnmowers. This page here, as you continue to do your search, this page here will tell you who downloaded the lawnmower specification. So if you're interested in being a subcontractor, lawnmower may not be have a lot of subcontracting opportunities. What this thing is a field we're building at a park. We'll be doing a track, and you're in construction. You can go to this page. Just as I told you, you continue to do your search. You continue to do the search. You'll find this information. You'll find out these were the vendors that downloaded that field specification, which means you can then market yourself to whomever it was to be a subcontractor if that's your interest. So this is a really good page to go to kind of know who, or if you're planning to bid on it yourself, not just a subcontractor, you kind of know, you get an idea of who is going to be you'll be bidding against. So, I can't emphasize enough to you to go to the website. This is our specific website. Versus you could just go to the CPD website and make your way to it. Like I said, you're doing business, purchasing, you find this information, or you come straight to this one, to this address here. So, something I did want to ask everyone. I see probably just like people represented here that you may be eligible for certification as CPD or WPD. I'm just curious how many of you are already certified. Okay, so not everyone, but some of you. I can't emphasize to you enough how important it is for you to become an NDE or WDE certified if you're eligible. It opens up opportunities for you as a prime as well as a subcontractor. The Park District has a requirement of 25% NDE participation and 5% WDE participation on our contract. And every year, overall, you meet those goals as I believe you see them. So, if you're not certified, please take the time. The City of Chicago is a certifying agency. Cook County, there's several that Chicago Park District accepts. But I'm going to talk just about their cities because we're here in their building and they're represented here. The City of Chicago certification is accepted pretty much by everyone. They're not the only one, but we're at the city, so I'm just going to talk about that one specifically. I would strongly suggest that you go through that process.
Does the Park District accept the IDOT CDE?
We don't have a DDE program.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because of the funding for it. We are in the DDE. Did anyone else have any questions they'd like to ask that perhaps I'd like to ask answer?
So you mentioned these contracts are 10,000 and above. Do you have anything below 10,000?
We do have contracts below $10,000. I'm going to let Robin speak to that. Robin has got a lot of knowledge on that.
Anything under $10,000?
Right. He's going to have to come up with
okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. The good thing about contracts under $10,000 or purchases under $10,000 is that And through purchasing protocol dictates that we get 3 quotes. So the lowest bid actually wins. The good thing about registering online is that once you register, you indicate what kind of products and or services your company has to offer. That way, it's in our vendors database. Our vendors database is available to everyone at the park district, all the departments, all the people out in the field, so they can see that information. And if they're looking for those products and or services, they'll reach out to you. So that's the benefit, another one of the benefits of registering on our website.
How many of you have the buying guide? Okay. Before you leave here, I'm going to run downstairs and get a copy of the buying guide, because the buying guide is very good for what they're talking about. It gives you information regardless of what agency you're trying to get into. It gives their specific information of the contracts or the opportunities that they have so far within that particular quarter. We do them 2 or 3 times a year, so that you get a chance to plan, and it has different levels as we talked about. And then if you want specifics, then you go directly to their website and get specifics about that particular opportunity. But you can see everyone in a snapshot of what is out there, what you can do.
So I had another question too I wanted to ask. And, did everyone see recently, last Thursday, we in the Chicago Park District had our annual vendor network event? Did anyone attend that event? Okay, so we get that event once a year. It was attended by, we had over approximately 80 vendors. We did a workshop on how to grow your business. Our panelists were called Circa from the Illinois Tollway. We had Cindy, I will not murder her last name, but she's on the board of directors for the Federation of Women Contractors, and she's also the owner and president of Jack Contracting. We had someone from risk management that gave fantastic information. We had about 60 people attend our workshop. We had over 150 people attend, 80 different vendors, and that was 150 people that were registered. You know, people come in and they don't stop to register, so it's a very good chance to get over 200 people. It's a great source of information because all of the contractors there, the vast majority of the exhibitors there were CPD contractors. And in fact, I received an email just on this past Friday where one of the attendees just happened to take the initiative to send us a note saying that she made a contact and felt that she was going to be doing some subcontracting opportunities with one of our major contractors. You know, last year we had people reach out to some 2 vendors who were a part of our slideshow we did that indicated how they got contracting opportunities. And those were just the people that bothered to reach back out to us and tell us that they had made contact and were able to get make concrete touch with people and make opportunities for themselves. So next year we give it every year, June, only in September. I would strongly suggest, and I know that everyone in the city gives a fantastic one where all of the sister agencies come, but they're pretty much every agency, I don't want to say every, but a lot of agencies kill their own. And what's good about going to the cities is you get everybody in one room too. But going to the individual ones, you will find out more information about what they're doing at their agency. So I want to thank everyone for coming out. I know you're all busy trying to make it happen. Good luck, and I'm going to turn this over.
Before Karen comes up, and I get her mic'd up, I just want to say thank you for coming, and Robin, for coming from the Park District and giving information. And we also want to say that you touched on a great point. If you sign up, the card that I gave you out front there is a DPS alert card. A lot of times the sister agencies send us information to broadcast for them. So it might not be something DPS is doing, the Department of Procurement Services is doing, but it might be something they're doing, and we like to support everything that they're doing as well. So we will put it on our social media, so if you follow us on our social media, you can get that information, as well as we shoot it out through DPS Alert. So that's one way. And she's right. In January, the Department of Procurement Services will have, we'll be gearing up for our February construction summit. And then in May, we have our vendor fair. In the vendor fair, we pair, we have the networking piece where we pair people up to speak with primes, speak with subprimes, and different agencies. And we also have the various agencies all in one spot. So without further ado, I'm going to let Karen take you through the process at CTA. Thank you. Go back a slide, or you might want to just stay there.
I'll just stay there. I'll follow the other one.
So good afternoon, everyone. Again, I'm Karen Brosnan. I'm Senior Manager in the Purchasing Department at CTA. I've been there about 17 years, just shy of 17, 4 weeks up here. I'm here today just to give you an overview of some of the things that we do at CTA and some tips that you can use to hopefully be able to get some contracts with us. Just a quick overview. We are the second largest public transportation agency in the United States. This is just some ideas to show you. I mean, you're all probably from the city or grown up here. I just thought today, I've been taking the CTA for over 50 years. And it's like, and I'm sure a lot of you too. So a lot goes into this transportation agency, and it's something that we should be really proud of to have in our city. We serve the city of Chicago, 35 surrounding suburbs, and provides almost all of CTA's, or Chicago's public transit trips. And we do the numbers just to try to impress you on how many miles and train rides and train trips and bus trips yearly. Of course, we have buses and rail cars, so there's always parts and maintenance and different things that go along with that. But we also have facilities, and we have construction, we have many other different kinds of contracts. So even if you're not particularly a person that, or a company that does something for bus and rail, there's a lot of support that goes around the CTA. So we'll be getting into some of the other things that we have contract opportunities for. So just a little commercial from the purchasing department. We awarded 677 contracts last year, and the value of our contracts exceeded $780 million. Got a couple of big ones in there. We've got some big projects that are going on, and so that kind of boosted the value. But it's a lot. We do a lot of work. We also have a supply chain. We have our own warehouse and stock rooms, which operate 7 days a week in order to support our trains and buses to make sure everything's running on time. So now to get to the doing business with CTA, we also have a website. It's called www.transitchicago.com. There's a wealth of information, and there's a lot of links on that website to all of the other agencies too. And Jackie had mentioned the buying plan. There's also a link to the buying plan. There's everything we want to know about all of the contracting opportunities is there. I have a slide a little bit further down that shows exactly where to go on the website. We've recently updated it, so I wanted to be able to just show where you have to go. So our potential opportunities are advertised. We advertise our procurements in the Chicago Sun-Times. We also have them posted on our website. So all you can do is go to the website and you'll be able to find them. And if you are a registered vendor with us, and it's something that is in your field, like it's something that one of the codes that you would have registered for as far as what your business is, you would also get an email notification. That's how we get the word out about our procurements. We also have a DBE program. I know Jackie was asking talking about the WBE and MBE. We do not have those. We have a DB program, and we are also really strongly encouraging a small business program. To be a small business, you have to be a DBE vendor, but we are trying to separate and do some procurements just for small businesses to try to grow that program too. So the procurement plan or the DBE program is beneficial to small businesses, you know, because you can see all the different opportunities that you would have. So, like I said, we advocate for the small businesses as much as possible. So again, our contracting is similar to the Park District. We have IFBs, which is an invitation for bid, that would be awarded to the lowest price for a contract. Our over money is what we call them. Anything over 40,000 is considered, would be advertised on the website. Anything under 40 would be done more informally with the purchase order process that Robin mentioned, and those are done by email solicitation. We don't advertise anything under 40,000 on our website. So, but there are a lot of smaller opportunities for, so many different things. With an IFB, the price is, you're the lowest price, you're the lowest price, and you filled your paperwork out properly, you would win the bid. Oops. Wasn't over yet. We also do requests for proposals. Again, the evaluation of those are a little more involved. There's a scope of work. We need to see the qualifications of the companies bidding on them. Cost is a factor, but it's not the only determining factor for awarding a contract. There's a DBE goal. We go by sometimes the company's past performance, and we also are ranking these by an evaluation committee. These are usually larger contracts. Recently, we've done some for healthcare, things that we need to get where we can negotiate, and we don't have to just take the lowest price. So we've done some changes recently over the last couple of years in conjunction with the city. A lot of this has been mandated to try to make everything a little easier for the vendor community. We've standardized some of our contract language. We've updated some different things in our contracts. We're trying to streamline our purchasing process to try to make it a little more smooth. And then we also have timelines so we kind of know how long something should take. There's a lot of different factors that go into that, but at least we have a timeline. We have some idea of how long it's going to take to get a contract for our users. So something that I just wanted to go over is some things that we see vendors. When I say a vendor isn't going to get awarded a contract because they didn't fill the paperwork out properly, that's a major thing. We have to follow regulations. We're a government agency. We get government funding. So there's certain things that are just not negotiable. I mean, they have to be filled out in the paperwork properly. So some things we see that vendors can do, and I'm giving you this tip so you can avoid doing this, is to maybe completely read the specifications, what they're asking for in the procurement. If you don't identify an addendum, sometimes a question will come up or a change will have to be made to a procurement once it's already been out on the street and advertised. And we will send out an addendum with this additional information. And it will usually specify you must acknowledge this, so we know that you have the latest version of what we are trying to procure. They might have changed the spec a little bit. There might be some kind of thing, and it's important because if you don't have that information, you're not going to give us what we need. So if you don't identify the addendum, it can disqualify the company the contract. Taking exceptions, you can't change anything in our documents. We have all these pages and pages of information in our contracts there for a reason, and you're not allowed to change anything. You have to, you're going to have to agree with us on our terms. If there is a DB goal, if you don't meet the DB goal, sometimes that can disqualify you. But if you're a DB firm, that shouldn't be a problem. Sometimes people bid on contracts that really aren't suitable for them. They might think they can, and they maybe don't really have the setup to, for like janitorial. Okay, we want to have 10 places clean. Well, you don't have enough staff, so even though you bid on it, you might have won it. then you might getting into the situation that, oh wow, this might be a little bit too much for us. So you should really, be considerate that that's all the information in the special conditions and the spec. That's good information when you're going to bid on something. If the incorrect person in your company doesn't sign the contract properly, if you didn't bid, if it's a contract for parts, if you don't bid on every part as listed in there, you can be disqualified. Because we're looking for someone to give us all these parts, not just one or two that they could do. We need to have them all bid upon. And if you don't, it's your subcontractors. So, and just for some quick tips, know your business, know your advantages, know the paperwork, know our website, and know the people. Again, our contracts all have buyers or procurement administrators. Their names are listed on the procurement, on the bid documents, so you should be able to have some place where you can reach them. Now, this is a screenshot of how our website looks now. So you would go to Transit Chicago, that would be the top screen, and then on that upper right-hand corner, there's a More tab. We kind of have it circled in red there. When you click on More, this menu opens up, and the other red circled is Procurement Info. So you click on Procurement Info to take you to where all the good stuff is, all the contract opportunities. And then if you go further into that, it'll show the contract opportunities, and there's also, this is where the links are, also procurement links. So you have the CTA buying plan, if you want to register as a vendor, if you want to register or look into being qualified as a CPD vendor. These are the links which are all on our procurement pages. And this is just a screenshot showing like all the contract opportunities. We have them divided by supplies, construction, and services. We also have a separate category now for small businesses. So these are the main, this would be the main list. Right now we have about 18 items on the website that we're looking for bidders. And we have 4 that are for small business. We have, let's see, small business. We have asbestos removal, furnishing glass, signage, and janitorial services. So those are the ones that we kind of carved out for the small business companies. And so this is also just a screenshot of what the buying plan looks like. It has all the different things. There's office furniture, fencing, like I said, it runs the gamut. It's not just cars, it's not just trains and buses. We have a lot of facilities, so we have plumbing, we have electrical, we have fencing. I mean, you name it, we pretty much bought it. And again, those are there's other big contracts on there for construction. Those are ones that might have an opportunity for you to see if you could contract with. So it's good to look at the main ones, and even if you can't do them, you should take a look and see if it's something that you could possibly be a subcontractor. And you can reach out to the PA, or you can reach out to our diversity department and see if they have any information for how they can connect you to those main contractors. So again, another commercial for finding CTA on the website. It's transitchicago.com, and then the procurement. Any questions about
Is CTA out of the IDOT CPD?
I believe it does, but I think we do, if you're certified with them. If it's DVE, yes, I believe we do. Yes.
Anything else? Yeah. We'll go 1 second.
In terms of certification for small businesses, I hold a WOSB from the SBA. Do you honor that?
I'm not sure. I've never actually heard of that, so it would be good to check with our diversity department. There's a link on our website to try to get to that.
It's a woman-owned small business.
Yeah, I don't think we would because we don't have a WBE program, so I don't think we would just honor women-owned, but we do. But you'd have to talk to them just to verify that. Anything else?
But payouts, how?
Payouts?
Yeah, that's, well, yeah.
You want to get paid for what you're doing?
Well, no. How long does it take, you know, and what's that?
It varies. Like I said, we try to be within, like, usually you're net 30, we try to pay within 30 days. The issue that could change that is that we don't pay, if you're subcontracting to someone, say like you're working on a construction project, the contractor has to pay the subs.
Right.
We do have language in our contracts, though, that keeps them to a certain schedule, and it is verified by our diversity department. They do make sure that the subs are being paid in a timely manner. I can't say it's 30 days, but I know that it's a lot better than it used to be.
This is not a question, I just want to piggyback on what the Park District does in terms of, what the Park District does in terms of ensuring that our NDE and WB subcontractors are paid is, we have a compliance division. If we have to approve every payment to a construction contractor on a monthly basis, we're going to get utilization reports, get what to mean. And if they are not paying their NDEs and WBs, we hold their payments until they can provide proof of payment to their NDEs and WBs. So, for instance, if they get paid the first month, we don't expect that they pay their NDEs and WBs before they get their first check. But that second check, we're looking for payment. That by the third check, if you have paid, we're stopping payment. And many times we'll stop payment on the second check too, if the contract is almost. Because you know, some projects aren't huge. So it's a $20,000 project, your first check was $10,000. The second check we're going to hold because you're halfway through being paid. And that's just an example. There's some judgment in there. But we really work very hard to make sure that primes are not getting paid out and they haven't paid their NDEs and WBs.
It also factors into the next time they want a contract. If they're not responsive to their subs, we don't like that, and so we might hold that against them when it comes to awarding them another contract. We don't want to do business that way.
Do you guys have a jock program?
We have a jock program. They're not calling it jock, but it is the same kind of thing where you have, I think it's a top limit now of $3 million. It's kind of a higher level than what the original jock program was. They're calling it mid-con. It's like a mid-level construction contract. And it's like a lot of like the jobs, maybe roof repair or I'm trying to just think off the top of my head some of the things that I've heard have been on there, but they're more in the $1 million range. They're not the huge construction projects, and they're not the really small repair kind of things. It's more kind of a mid-level. So we do have something currently. Yes.
I'm excited to talk about our program. So it's not called job, but it's called rapid response.
Okay.
And it's generally under $2 million. The good thing about it, CTA has a lot more money than we do, but we have a lot of projects that can range anywhere from, and that comes with our getting into our pool. It's done by our pool, pre-qualified pool. You get pre-qualified, you get put into the pool, and you get solicited within that pool for jobs. Jobs range anywhere from $1,500, $50,000, $75,000, $300,000, but they're all the time. There's always repairs, they're construction related, there's a lot of landscaping related, but those are the kind of jobs that can keep you in the black all year long. You're working, keep your staff going, keep your employees, and keep you, a viable business.
What is it called?
It's called rapid response. Rapid response. I think it's, for me, I believe, and I've been with city government for many years. I worked in the city of Chicago. Really, I started as soon as I came out the womb. Because, I'm only this old. But at any rate, 16 years with the city of Chicago, 3 years with CPS, 5 years with the state, and the last 3 years with, again, my age is this little, and 3 years with the Park District. So I just want to, my point being, is that I think I've got enough experience. I believe the rapid response program, any program similar to that is a sweet spot for NDEs, WBEs, small to mid-sized companies. You can really make a good living.
And we get that on the Park District website?
I'm sorry,
It's on the Park District website?
You'll see, well, no, rapid response is actually not on there because it's done through a pool. So you're not gonna see, because we're not soliciting to the general public for all of these projects. What you have to do is submit qualifications, and we look at them throughout the course of the year, and we add people to that pool. So it's not an immediate type of thing, and it's also not a guarantee, but it puts you in the running, and if you start getting work, you know, just like with anything else, I truly believe our rapid response is a sweet spot. Is there anything you want to add to that, Robert?
The only thing I would say is that the emphasis is on rapid, which means that these are quick jobs. And so if you have the qualifications for that, this rapid response, this pool closes, I believe, in 2019. I'm not sure of the exact month, but after that, we'll put it back out there again. So if you have the qualifications, and I believe this is mostly construction, so if you have the qualifications, I would strongly advise you to submit. You can submit for 2019 because we still get some work in 2019. But shortly after 2019, we'll put that bid right back out there because we want continuation.
In reference to that rapid response program and submitting qualifications, what format do you want us to submit it to you? How do we submit that to you, for one, and then two?
There is a, if you go onto our website, Robin, he's more eloquent, if Robin works with it closer than I do. So, let me see.
Go to our website, go to doing business, click on the purchasing icon. There, all the current opportunities will populate, and rapid response is one of them.
So you can put in, and it's not an icon, it's actually wording. So your CPD website, doing business at the top, it'll take you straight to contracting opportunities, purchasing, it'll list in words, different things. Click on contracting opportunities, then another page comes up and you'll see there's a search bar there, but the box that says search, put in rapid response and you'll get information about submitting qualifications.
Right now, you'll just download all the documents, the required documents, fill those out. Now, right now, you still have to physically bring those down to our office. In the future, we're going to require that you submit online.
Okay.
And where's your office located?
541 North Fairbank Court. It's on the 6th floor.
Any more questions?
Well, we thank our guests for coming in and giving information to you regarding the various programs with our sister agencies. And we look forward to seeing you all back at another course sometime soon. I am preparing the workshops for 2019. So on your evaluation, as you evaluate today's process, I would ask that you also put any courses on there or any discussion topics that you would like to have more information on. Because I do read them. People ask you to do that and they don't read them. But I do read them because that helps me decide what I'm going to take off and what I'm going to put on. And if I kind of see it more than one time, it lets us know that there is some real viability out there of people wanting to know this information. So feel free to take some time and put that on. Thank you so much to our guests for coming today. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come today, and we will see you soon.
Featured there at CTA that we email notifications that go out.
Thank you. Sorry everybody about the late start today, but this won't happen again, I'll tell you that. I just started in May, and generally when you come to a class both of the classes, the 2 o'clock class and the 3 o'clock class, is in the same place. So I know I have everything online. And today, I was wondering why they flipped me. I was downstairs first, and then now I'm up here today, and then the folks that were in here wasn't out in enough time for me to get the computers going. But hopefully we'll see you again at another session, and you can get that. And you can go online in YouTube, and you can see previous speakers speaking on the same topic.
Oh, so you do have, so like for
Oh, yeah. In YouTube, we have a whole YouTube channel where you can see any of our past.
Yeah, for CPS.
Yeah, any of our past workshops and, you can go online to YouTube. And then go to Chicago DBS.
I know, I'm getting right now.
And all of our past live stream tapings of classes, which we do it every time we do a class, is on there. So if you know what the class is, the name of the class, thank you so much. You know what the name of the class is, just click on, a class. Okay? In the future, I'm looking to do some real classy videos with these same speakers, so that if you can't make a class, you'll be able to see and then use this time for kind of updates and that kind of